very big international company. They went and they needed about 100 staff members, urgently recruited for an urgent project. And their global policy basically said that the people that they employ needs to have a good credit record. They can't work for them if they don't have a good credit record. Now, a lot of people lost their jobs during COVID. So if you took relief, then you obviously have a bad credit record. 1 month missed payment, you have a bad credit record. And they found the most incredible talent, but they couldn't recruit them.
What an amazing story. Yeah.
And I mean, there's so many things that people are not thinking through and refuse to budge. Now we are currently sitting South Africa. Last week or the week before, they announced that South Africa is sitting this first quarter, sitting on a 43% unemployment rate. And out of that, 74.7% is the youth between 15 and 34. That gives me goosies because I don't know what that means for South Africa.
And you know, that's as good as an example of people not thinking differently, of trying to approach the future with the mindset that worked in the past. And so, for example, in South Africa, we kind of looked at the past, we've looked at China, we've looked at India, and we've said, oh, well, the next step for South Africa must be to build up our manufacturing industries, because that's how China pulled 400 million people out of poverty in the 1980s and 1990s and 2000s. And so we have to protect our labor unions, and we have to protect our factories and so on. And we have to protect our agricultural workers. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't protect our factory workers and agricultural workers, but I'm saying surely we shouldn't be copying what China did 25 years ago and thinking that that will work in Africa now. What we need to be doing is saying, what's the economy that's emerging? And of course it's the digital economy. Of course it's the online, cloud, artificial intelligence. And so you've got to be asking, well, what skills are young people going to need in order to be competitive in that environment? Your English has got to be good because that's a global marketplace. We've got a great time zone here in South Africa. We can service Asia and America from South Africa, but we've got to make sure we can speak English at an international quality level. That has to then influence what you do with English teachers and how you engage with spoken English in our schools. And I don't see any emphasis on that in our education department. Then, of course, you've got to upgrade digital skills. And I'm not just talking maths and science here, because, again, I think that's out of date. I'm talking computer programming. I'm talking IT skills. I'm talking being comfortable and confident with a computer. Where is that in our curriculum? When I look at the curriculum, it's ridiculous. They're teaching these kids stuff that we were taught in the 1980s and 90s when we were still on DOS and Windows 3.1. And so, what you've got to do is you've got to engineer today's policies and actions based on a proper picture of tomorrow's world. And I think we're failing our young people in South Africa from an education perspective. And I think there are other ways that we're letting them down as well, including not emphasizing entrepreneurship enough. We don't just need more jobs, we need more companies, we need more businesses, which means we need more entrepreneurs. So there's all sorts of ways in which, even as a country, we've got examples of how we have got outdated thinking that's stuck in the past, rather than some future fit way of approaching our country's issues.